Hispanic Heritage Month with the story of an artist who has used his sketchbook and pencils to find success in fame. Devon Rodriguez made his name by drawing passengers on the New York City subway and sharing their reactions on social media. He has more than 33 million followers on TikTok. As Lilia Luciano shows us, his talent has taken him a long way from a troubled upbringing in New York City's South Bronx.
Excuse me, I drew you.
I always dreamed about
I love your hat.
being like this big artist, and I used to
Miss, I drew you.
envision myself like on Billboard.
Artist Devon Rodriguez got his start sketching on the subway. Now he can't even walk down the street without getting recognized for his work.
I drew you.
All because he decided to upload his sketches and his subjects' reactions to TikTok.
I really hope that me drawing strangers on the subway made you smile.
So I filmed myself,
Miss, I drew you.
and I was like, we'll see where that goes. And that day, I just look at my phone, and it's like 100,000 views, then like 200,000 views. Within minutes, 300,000 views. By the end of the day, I had 5 million views, and I went from 1,000 followers to 100,000 followers.
In a day?
Yeah, in a day.
You broke the algorithm.
Yeah, I was like, with this kind of attention, something's gonna happen. Within a month, I was at 1 million followers. I already had sponsorships coming in.
With tens of millions of social media followers, his success is all the more improbable given the challenges he faced as a child.
My dad left me when I was 3, and my mom was very violent and abusive, and I just grew up in poverty and violence and gangs.
Growing up in the South Bronx, there were some outlets for his artistic aspirations, even if not entirely legal.
You know, I always wanted to hang around the creatives, and they were doing graffiti, so I would just tag up walls, and I got arrested once when I was 14, so I was like, maybe I should not do this.
It was Rodriguez's grandmother who got him out of trouble. That day by getting him out of jail, and forever by getting him out of his abusive home.
What do you remember about what your grandmother would tell you as a kid growing up?
She would always tell me to be be giving to others, even when nobody's watching.
Yo voy a hacer alguien.
And in return, he had a message for his abuela.
Crea en mí que yo voy a hacer alguien bien importante en esta vida.
And he would tell you, believe in me, I am going to be somebody.
Then an early mentor recognized his true potential.
I definitely remember that he was hungry to learn.
Jeremy Harper was Rodriguez's first high school art teacher.
I remember him saying to me, how do I get good? My first thing I said to him was, get a sketchbook, go and just walk around the city, buses, parks, subways.
And that advice changed everything. His reels blew up during the pandemic when so many missed the ordinary things, like the smile of a stranger on the subway.
Why do you think you have become such a viral, explosive sensation?
I think people love the wholesome quality of somebody feeling like they were so seen. So when you're watching the video of somebody receiving their portrait, you almost feel what they feel.
I lived in London for a long time.
There's this kindness that is part of everything that you showcase. Where does that come from?
I always had this innate belief that, so if you put out positivity, you're gonna get positivities. I'm always trying to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Keep smiling.
To the sketches, he has now added interviews for the full picture, from perfect strangers to the biggest celebrities.
But yeah, thank you for this. I'm done with your drawing. So
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see it. Wow, that's really good.
Who's made you the most excited, though?
Probably President Biden.
Excuse me, Mr. President, I drew you. Thank you. I'll text you.
He crossed over from online fame to real-life fame. A line of fans at a recent gallery opening stretched several blocks. Yet even when the dreams of that kid who wished to live off a brush all came true, he's still just Devon from the block.
I'm from the Bronx. We were on welfare, food stamps, and how did this happen? I'm very self-aware on how crazy this is, and it's just a dream come true. It's crazy.
I have been following him for so long. I've been wanting to tell this story for so long. And I also really wanted to meet his teacher because Devon gives his teacher, Jeremy, so much credit for his success. And I loved what his teacher told me. Jeremy said, as a teacher, you have to take the passion, the fire that's in a student, nurture it, and then send them off to the world. And he said, look, if I'm an old man and I never get another Devon come through my door, through my classroom, at least I got the one.
Wow.
Isn't that
Number
what
one, he's so cute. Number one.
He's so
Number
cute.
two, I'm thinking, God, how do we get him to